So today I'm just in the kitchen because, as I promised in my last video, I was going to actually do a little video about what I actually eat every day on the keto diet. So if you are new here, do feel free to subscribe down below and hit that notification bell so that you know every time I upload a new video. So yes, we are going to have a look at the things that I eat and the bits and pieces that I do actually have in my cupboards and in my fridge as well, so that you can see what I eat on a daily basis doing keto. So let's get into the video. So as you can see on my side here, I do have a lot of bits and pieces that you've probably never seen before. So I'm no nutritionist, I'm not a health specialist, I have just done a lot of research on the keto diet. And so that you're aware, I do actually do a clean keto plan. So I try not to do a dirty keto unless it's the weekend. I may have like some bacon and maybe a little bit of dairy, so a little bit of cheese. But pretty much throughout the week, I do tend to do a clean or a strict keto plan. So the few things here that I do have, I'll just take you through these bits. I tend to use these nearly on an everyday basis. And these are my key things to keep me going on this plan. So I'll just take you through my oils. So I have extra virgin olive oil, which I actually really like, sort of as a salad dressing. And sometimes I do actually mix it with something else, but I will show you that in a second. The next one is my MCT oil. So if you have never ever seen MCT oil, it is a pure coconut oil and you literally have a teaspoon of it. And it's absolutely brilliant for, you know, popping on salad or adding as a little bit of a dressing on vegetables or whatever else you need to. So it's great if you need to top up your fat on the keto diet. This is absolutely brilliant. And then I do have a new addition to my oils. It's an avocado oil. So unfortunately, I do actually really dislike avocados. So instead, I got me some avocado oil. So I tend to put this on salads and things like that. But what I do actually do with my oils is I tend to mix them. This is an unopened tin because the other one's almost empty, so I bought a new one. But this is tahini. So if you're going to have any nuts when you're actually on the keto diet, you want to have seeds. You want to limit your nuts. Cashews, even though they're lovely, they're classed as a fruit, so don't eat cashews. But tahini is absolutely brilliant. It is quite thick and it can taste a little bit strange and dry your mouth out a little bit. So that's why I use my oils, and I tend to get a different receptacle and pop a couple of tablespoons of tahini in it, mix it with some oil, and then you get like a really nice salad dressing. So good. So that's what I do with that. I have some apple cider vinegar as well. So I've not actually opened this one, I'm just finishing off one that I've got over there. But this really helps with digestion, so it's brilliant to have this. On one of the videos that I have watched on YouTube, mix it with some water, pop some lemon in it, and it's just really nice. But even though it can be a little bit sour, it is good for digestion, so that's why I've got that. And then my pink rock salt. So salt is really bad for you. No, it really isn't. Salt isn't bad for you unless it's table salt, so steer clear of your table salt, go for rock salt. With keto, you need to keep up on your electrolytes and your magnesium and all of that jazz. So what I tend to do is I tend to pop a little bit of pink Himalayan rock salt into a bottle of water. So I'll just show you the bottle. This is my bottle that I use every day from Aladdin. Really nice. If you do like having like fruity tasty things, there is a diffuser which goes with this and you pop it in there. But I don't like fruity water, so I don't use it. But yes, this is the bottle I use. I use a teaspoon of pink Himalayan rock salt. Chuck it in there. You can hardly taste it, you know. And that's my electrolytes. I tend to have probably about 4 or 5 of these a day minimum. So if you're on the keto diet, you're going to get thirsty. So definitely stock up on a water bottle or 2. Coconut oil. If you are going on to keto, you want one of these. Get yourself down to Costco and buy yourself a great big tub of coconut oil, because you use this for cooking everything. Or if you prefer ghee butter, do go for ghee butter, but if you can't have dairy due to the protein, ghee butter pulls out all of the sugars and the lactose and the processed part of butter. Everyone says butter's not processed, but the milk goes through a processing stage to get to butter. So it is technically processed. But if you want something that is unrefined and natural, coconut oil, brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. I love this stuff. So if you want to know a sneaky little secret about shopping in Costco, if you've not got a Costco card, buy yourself a gift voucher. If you've got yourself a gift voucher, you're allowed to go into Costco to spend your gift voucher without having a membership. There you go. That's sneaky, isn't it? But yeah, get yourself some of that. I actually found this in Morrison's. Okay, so firstly, let me go through why I've got turmeric here. Turmeric is actually really good for helping boost what we call brown fat, so the production of brown fat. I will link Thomas DeLauer down below. He's got some absolutely brilliant videos about keto, the things that you should be eating, shouldn't be eating, brown fat, white fat, and all that jazz, just to help you kind of get onto your healthy kind of kicks a little bit. But turmeric's really, really good. It actually aids turning your white fat in your body, which is the bad stuff, into the brown fat, which is the fat that kind of produces the energy and then starts to break the fat down. But yeah, I'm not a nutritionist or a scientist. Thomas DeLauer does explain it a little bit better, but that's why I've got turmeric. I try and have a teaspoon of turmeric a day at the moment, so I'll just pop it on salad or I'll mix it into my food, whatever else. But one way you can actually get turmeric into you a little bit quicker, I found this in Morrison's, coconut oil with turmeric. So super happy with this. Dan actually opened it on a really, really hot day and it kind of just went all over the kitchen. And the kitchen was yellow. I've still got bits of yellow I can't clean up. But yeah, so that's really, really good for cooking in. And it adds just like a little bit extra to have like boring vegetables, which is quite nice. So really happy with that. And it's such a good find. So if you go to Morrison's and you find this, definitely get it. So we spoke about tahini. The next one is my coconut butter. So coconut butter to replace butter, because on a ketogenic diet, some people really, really push dairy. And through my research, again, no nutritionist here, this is through my own research and things that I've watched, you're not actually supposed to have much dairy on the ketogenic diet. Why? Because it has lactose. And what is lactose? Lactose is a sugar, and the whole point in being on this ketogenic diet is to reduce inflammation and reduce your insulin spikes, because that makes you put on weight. So you want to reduce all that and stick healthy so that you don't get that weight gain. Instead you get weight loss and you're healthier and your circulatory system is healthier, your brain's healthier, just all of your insides are a lot healthier. So you can actually use this instead of butter. And you know, I don't really bake much on the keto diet. I know that Dan does because he has to have a few other bits and pieces, but because I am intolerant to egg, there's a lot that I can't really have. I have started to introduce bits and pieces while I've been on keto just to see if I can get away with it. But it's a once a week thing, if that. But this is just really, really nice. I like just throwing it in with a bit of vegetables and just mixing it around quickly. It does burn, so you've got to be really careful with that. The coconut oil doesn't burn, this burns. But yeah, I do actually really like it. It smells so good. So if you want to know what the difference between coconut butter and coconut oil is, coconut oil is oil that's been extracted from the coconut. The butter is actually coconut itself, and it smells divine. I just wish you could smell it. Oh, it's so yummy. But yeah, you can use that as like a spread. So if you really want some bread and you make keto bread, you can use that instead of butter. And the next thing that I have, which we actually use for cooking, is almond flour. Ta-da! So if we need any sauces, or Dan wants to make his sort of keto bread that he likes to make, then we tend to use almond flour. That's extra fine and it's just a bit poofy, if you know what I mean. So it's a bit nicer than the not extra fine. It's just, it works really well. And the other thing is we sometimes make things called fat bombs, which are just like a ball of fat, pretty much, but they're chocolate. So if you are going onto the keto diet and you're worried that you can no longer have chocolate and you crave chocolate all the time, get yourself some of this. This stuff is pure cacao powder, so it's like pure chocolate, and you can mix that with like coconut oil and other bits and pieces. I've got the recipe here, so I'll show you that in a minute. and you can make like little balls that are like fat bombs, and you can just, you know, if you're feeling really low or you've not got enough fat in that day, you can have one of those, so it's quite good. The other thing I found in Morrison's, and a lot of people say, oh, don't have to pack it one, make it yourself, but I wanted to try it, is cauliflower rice. So obviously being keto, you can't have rice, so cauliflower rice. You can make it yourself, you just get cauliflower, stick it in a blender, boom, done. But I thought I would actually just try it to see if I liked it, because there's no point in wasting the whole cauliflower if I didn't like it. So I did have 2 packets of them, kind of like it, so I'll eat that one and then I'll start making my own. But that's it for everything that I've got in my cupboard that I use pretty much every day, other than the almond flour. I use it for baking. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you a couple of the recipes that I've got before I take it to my fridge. So I really want to try this. It's a keto cauliflower soup. So I really want to try that. I've not tried that yet. And that's from Diet Doctor, and they have quite a lot of keto recipes on there. So I really want to try that one. One that I do actually quite like, I haven't got any avocados at the minute. I should have actually done it with the ones that went off because I didn't want to eat them. Is the keto avocado brownies. I have actually made this before, and they're actually really, really nice. I mean, even if you're not keto, you've got to make these because they're just really, really nice. And the next one, what was this? Oh, this is the fat bombs. These are the keto balls here. So these fat bombs are amazing. So it takes 35 minutes to make them in total, and they're just absolutely brilliant. Love it. So they're my few recipes that I've got that I tend to use or try, or Dan uses and tries. Dan has actually memorised a couple in his brain that he uses all the time. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you my fridge, my lovely fridge. So I'm just going to move you over this way so you can actually see what's in my fridge. And I did actually buy something else the other day, so I'll show you that too. So here we are at my fridge, and I'm just going to open and show you what the fridge looks like when you're on a keto diet. There we go. So there's a few bits that you can't actually see down here, which I'll show you in a moment. But I have my salads up here, and smoked salmon, obviously, because you've got to have smoked salmon. And this, it looks a bit disgusting, but that is actually leftover. That's actually leftover curry sauce, because I'm going to save it. I like it. I can just pop it in with my lunch and just have it with my lunch. So I'll put that back in a sec. I've got some eggs there. Dan's got apples. You're not really supposed to eat fruit other than berries on the keto diet, but he has to have apples. It's the only fruit he'll eat, and he takes it to work, and I'll forgive him for it. He can have an apple. But there is some butter right at the back because I do still bake. So I've got some butter there for when I actually do my baking, so just ignore that. Bacon, obviously, you know, bacon's kind of life, so you need some bacon in your life. I've also got asparagus down here. I've got a green cabbage, extra broccoli. I've got my almond milk here, so you shouldn't really have dairy, as I've mentioned. Dan does still have his soy milk, which is here, and he shouldn't really have soy either because it's very difficult to digest. But he doesn't like almond, and I've come off soya onto almond, so he's having that. Well, I do have a white cabbage here, which I need to eat, really. I have leeks because Dan loves his leeks, and I love leeks too, but we have to be very careful of how many that we actually have. Lots and lots of broccoli. I have a cauliflower there that I'm going to use to make the cauliflower soup. And then in this bottom drawer, because it's been so hot out, I've got a bottle of water. I've also got my salmon. So I've got my salmon in there. So that's my little drawer on that side. And then this drawer here, which you probably can't really see. So I'm just going to tilt this camera down so you can see it. This drawer has got some meat in it. So I've got Dexter beef. And I've got so much meat in there. So a little tag to Lamb to You for my last order, where I actually ordered some of the Dexter beef, which is the best beef I have ever had. Like, seriously, oh my god. If you want to order beef from Lamb to You, do it, because the Dexter beef is phenomenal.
I've heard so much about it and I'm so glad I got a box of it. But I also got lamb and I got pork as well. So I will actually show you how much I spent on my last order with them. Sorry, I didn't do an unboxing, guys. The reason I didn't do an unboxing is because the meat landed at 10:30. Dan got back at 11:30 and it just had to go straight in the fridge because it was one of the hottest days. So it just went straight in the fridge, but there's some of it there. Yay! So I spent lots and lots of money. £215. But it's worth it because it's just amazing. Amazing. If you've seen my other videos, you'll know that I absolutely love the meat from Lamb to You. So go to their website and order. By the way, this video is not sponsored. I just support them because they're amazing. And if you live in Yorkshire, they are actually opening a store in Honley too. So if you are in Yorkshire, if you fancy some amazing meat, then get yourself down there, follow them on Facebook and they'll tell you all about their opening times and their opening dates. But yes, video is not sponsored. I just support these guys 100%. In the door of my fridge, I have dairy-free butter, which we don't really use anymore, to be honest. We've got cheese, got some mozzarella, which is like the hard mozzarella, so I can use that in some baking if I fancy trying it. Ignore these. I do still have butterscotch in there and golden syrup. That is because I use them for baking. So Dan has got Pepsi Max, which I don't agree with him drinking because it's really bad for you. Same as Coke, really bad for you. But the keto diet, if you're doing a dirty keto or a lazy keto, will allow for things like this because they are low carb. So who am I to really argue? Add some garlic, some onion, which you've got to be careful with onion. If you're on the keto diet, you can't have too much of it because it's high glycemic and it's just really high in carbs, so be careful. Almond milk, and then we've got given some Prosecco and stuff when we moved in, so that's kind of still there. But yeah, so that's everything that's actually in my fridge at the minute. I do have a freezer that is actually full of the rest of the Lamb to You meat, but I'm not going to show you that, but it is full, literally full, and it's going to last us for ages. But yes, that is currently what's in my fridge. That is it for everything that I eat pretty much on a daily basis on the ketogenic diet. So it is a strict or clean keto diet, and you know, besides the cauliflower rice, which is packeted, I do tend to have as much great produce as possible. So this is another reason why I buy the stuff from Lamb to You. I want to make sure that I am buying good quality foods at all times. So I have, in the past when I've been waiting for an order, had run out and had to go to a supermarket and buy some meat, and I wanted to throw it in the bin because it cooks terribly, it tastes terrible, and I was just like, do you know what, I'll just turn vegetarian for a week while I'm waiting for these guys, you know, because sometimes I'm a bit terrible with my ordering, and I'll go, I've got another couple of weeks left until I need to make an order, and then I'll go, I've not got anything left, I need to order something. But yes, so that is what I eat on my ketogenic diet. So it is a clean or strict keto diet. There are other ways that you can do keto, as I've mentioned in the previous video. If you've not seen it and why I started on the keto diet, I will link it above for you so you can go and watch it. But that is it for this video. If you do have any questions, do feel free to get in touch. I'll also link some YouTube channels down below that do actually specialise in keto nutrition and things like that. So if you do want to have a go at the keto diet and change your lifestyle for the better, all of the information is down there for you to, you know, go crazy with, you know, have a follow, go crazy with, watch some videos. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll be back next week with another video. Bye!